My mother-in-law, Karen, sat in the kitchen, staring blankly into the void. My wife, Emma, and I knew exactly what was going on, but we had no idea how to help Karen, even theoretically. The fact was that her friend, who was in her 50s, had already married for the second time. Karen wasn't even in her 50s. After her husband died, she had been alone for many years. We couldn't understand why a woman who was attractive in appearance and pleasant in character couldn't find a life partner, or at least a good friend. Mom, don't worry so much. It's a matter of chance. You may meet your soulmate in a minute, or you may go through your whole life without ever meeting her. But you shouldn't give up hope, Emma said. Thank you for your support, my dears. Don't worry. I will sleep now, and tomorrow I will get up with a fresh head and start a new life, Karen replied. I was well aware that nothing would change tomorrow, so I sank into my thoughts. While immersed in them, I almost missed our favorite game with Emma. Throughout the evening, we hinted at a passionate night ahead, with the hints becoming more and more explicit as time went on. By the time it was about to happen, we were both overflowing with anticipation. This is what Karen needs, I thought, as Emma dozed beside me, satisfied in every way. Karen needs intrigue, hope, or adventure. The next day, I approached Karen with an idea, a rather interesting but effective way to meet people. No, Caleb. Where am I? And where's the internet? Online dating? What if I meet a maniac? Protested Karen. The likelihood of meeting a maniac in real life is higher than after a few weeks of online dating. You can tell from the messages if the person matches your values and interests, I explained. I don't know. I need to think about it, she said, knowing that she would likely forget about it. Like many older people who are afraid of new technology, I took matters into my own hands. That same night, I created a profile for her on one of the major dating sites. The most important part was adding a photo and filling in the key sections of the profile. Emma volunteered to help, fully supporting the idea. Within half an hour, Karen had a beautiful photo on her page, taken right in the kitchen. Emma gave Karen a makeover and edited the photo a bit, making her look even more stunning as a woman in her 40s. With Emma's guidance, Karen filled out the rest of her profile, and we left her to explore the unfamiliar virtual world. But I was concerned about the possible downsides. If we, the younger generation, were used to inappropriate behavior online, Karen might not be ready for rudeness and negativity. I decided to monitor her messages, monitoring what she was receiving. Later that evening, I logged into her account from my phone. She had already received over a dozen messages, most of which were completely inappropriate for someone like her. I deleted them immediately, realizing I had made the right decision to control that part of the process. Soon, Karen began replying to a few messages, and several promising conversations began. However, I noticed one significant drawback. Dealing with her inbox became time-consuming as I had to sift through a constant stream of unsuitable offers. Despite these difficulties, Karen seemed to be socializing more with guys, spending more time on her laptop. Thankfully, Emma didn't notice my frequent visits to the dating site, avoiding unnecessary questions. Time passed, but there was no real progress. Karen was starting to lose interest, and I needed to give her a new reason not to lose interest. And that's when it hit me. I created a fake male profile and wrote to Karen myself, knowing her interests and tastes. My goal was to keep her entertained until she met someone real. The plan worked, and soon Karen was spending more time online, intrigued by our constant communication. To my surprise, I found myself drawn in by our exchanges. We began discussing more personal topics, things that a son-in-law should not talk about with his mother-in-law. Gradually, our conversations became more intimate, and Karen hinted at a possible meeting. Her messages got bolder and bolder, and she even started sending explicit photos. I realized that things had gone too far and decided it was time to come clean. Karen, I have to be honest. I'm not who you think I am. I've known that for a long time, she replied, but I still want to meet. My heart raced. I agreed, and we arranged to meet at a nearby hotel. I bought her a beautiful bouquet, intending to apologize and explain everything. After waiting for what seemed like an eternity, there was a quiet knock on the door. When Karen walked in, she smiled, her beauty and confidence taking me by surprise. Caleb, did you think I didn't know it was you? You should have picked a different name, she teased, laughing warmly. I was stunned, but relieved. It was a weird game, but at least we could finally face the truth.